Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I am here. I know my last video was in at the end of December, and I think I did say I'd be back quite soon. I didn't realise how quickly time has gone, because let's be honest, it's the end of April pretty much when I'm recording this, so it has been a while, so I'm sorry about that. But I'd imagine a lot of you noticed how quickly time's just been going recently, all of a sudden. I think just with everything that's going on, you don't realise how quickly it all goes and how quickly time goes past you. So, but at the back of my mind, I did constantly think, right, I need to make a video, I need, because I did say I need to make a video. Well, here it is. So I'm going to try and, I don't have a plan for this video, as per usual, but I'm going to try and keep it, compact and condensed. If you're new here, I'm Adam. I'm my alias, I'm gonna start calling it that. My alias is Crafty Wool. Originally it was not so much a yarn dyeing channel, but I did used to dye hand-dyed yarn under Crafty Wool. At the minute I'm having a break from yarn dyeing. It has been going on for a while, I think since last September, I believe. It might be actually a lot longer, I can't remember. It's been a while. Again, yarn dyeing is at the back of my mind. It's not something at the minute that I'm going to start doing as of yet. I am looking at different things I could do with it and how I could do it, but there's just nothing that's, certain for the time being. But again, it's back there, just in case if you start seeing videos, it's at the back of my mind, yarn dyeing. Yeah, so I've just kept the YouTube channel. I've kept my Instagram, although I've been really quiet on Instagram too. I'm just not good at posting things, unfortunately. That's why I'm hoping that with this channel and the videos, I can somehow keep in touch, show progress on things I'm making, and keep you guys in the loop, hopefully. So in the last video I've mentioned about showing projects I did in 2025. Now, yeah, great, that's nearly 5 months ago, I know, but bear with me. So I did want to still show you the items I made last year. Now, what I realised is I didn't take a picture of a lot of them. I just made them, put them on Vinted, and they sold, or they're on Vinted and I forgot what I made in 2025 and they're in a box at the top of our stairs and I don't know when I made it. So I think it's something like 10 items roughly, or 12 possibly, that I've got pictures of. Everything else, apologies. So what I'm gonna do is I'll have to edit the video and put the pictures in. So I'm just gonna, behind me is my computer where I've got the pictures up, so I'm gonna try and go through them in order, and then I just put the picture here, so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll try and put in the description below the details of what I'm talking about. If I can't find the links, I don't know where they are from, sorry. So I'm just gonna jump straight in. The first one, again, this is not in a time order, it's just literally, in the order I've got the pictures. So the very first one was a Agatha reading shawl. You should see the picture, hopefully. Editing Adam put it here. Yeah, by Ophelia Talks. I think many of you have seen it, many of you have made it. I think I used a Hobie Cotton Kings yarn cake, and I've put an extra strand of acrylic yarn with it just to make it a bit bulkier. Again, I'm not sure where the extra yarn came from. It was, I want to say, and I might be wrong, but I want to say it's from this or something similar to this. It's just some, I'm sure it's like a machine knitting yarn cone, but I just use it for crocheting every so often. So yeah, that's the very first one. Then the second one is, I want to say it's the, bear with, I've got the patterns here. It might be the Verity Wrap by Heather Anderson. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's that. It's either that or the Wonder Freely by Heidi May. I honestly can't remember which one it is. It's one or the other. So it's either Revity or Wonder Freely. I'll put both of them, or I'll at least mention both of them in the description just in case. Again, I think this was also a Cotton Kings Hobie yarn cake. So same yarn, different colours. Then this is a poncho I made for my sister. Simple granny stitch poncho. I actually made different ponchos. This wasn't one of the first, but this was possibly like the third or fourth I've made. And on this one, I actually used a video tutorial. Now, this one I can't remember which one I followed. Now, I did exactly what the video said, but the neckline, my God, was tight. I don't actually know if my sister used it, because when I took it over for her, she tried it on. She did say that, oh, the neckline's a bit tight. And I must admit, when I was making it, I did think, it's looking a bit snug, this. But I made it, I finished it, and yeah, I don't know if, I think I used the same hook, the same hook size for the neckline as I did for the actual body of the poncho. Now, from previous ponchos, and I don't know why I didn't do this, but on previous ponchos I did use a larger hook. Same with, I don't have it here, but the same with the jumper I made for myself. I've used a larger hook for the neckline, and I just did a smaller hook for the body of the rest of the jumper and the ponchos. And on this one, I'm sure I've just used the same crochet hook, and that's possibly why it was snug. So again, I don't know if she's using it. If not, I can understand why. But the yarn I used was, if you're from the UK, it was from Home Bargains, and it's one of the ombre yarn cakes. I don't know if they still sell them, but at the time they were really cheap. They were something like £1 something. Again, it's not an ombre yarn cake as the name would suggest it. It was a, you know, colour changing yarn, not colour changing. What do you call? Because for me, there's different types of yarns. There's variegated yarn where short sections are different coloured. There's ombre where obviously it's one colour changing into another, you know, gradually. And there's something like this, or the what are they called? The Lion Brand mandala yarns, they're exactly the same. So you've got sections of different colours. Now, to me, this is not variegated. I might be wrong, but to me, I wouldn't call this variegated. I'd use it, I don't actually know what I would call it. So please let me know what you call this sort of yarn, and do you think it differs from variegated? I mean, for me, variegated would be something like this. You know, there's a lot of colour changes suddenly. What do you call it? Because I mean, I know it's a yarn cake, but one colour could be a yarn cake, couldn't it? Yeah, please let me know what you call it. So yeah, it was just one of those ombre yarn cakes from Home Bargains. Lovely yarn to work with, but like I just said, it wasn't ombre. So when you got to different sections, when you got to the end of different rows, it was you know, you might have started with a white colour, and by the time you got to the end of it, it changed to dark blue. And for me, I don't know why, but it's triggering. I like it. I don't mind it changing colours in the next row, but I don't like it when it's like that. I need it to finish on the same colour and then potentially start on the new colour. But if you know me from previous videos, if you know me in general, I'm weird. I'm just a bit weird like that. Anyway, next one. This one, do you know, I must admit, I absolutely loved making. I finished it in 2-3 days, and that's really not like me. Not because of anything, I'm not a fast crocheter. This one I finished really quickly. Now this one I know for sure is from Yarnspirations, and it's called Crochet It Shawl for You. It's a triangular shawl. Yeah, just really enjoyed making it. I think it's a 2-row repeat, and then you've got an edging as well. That you can see at the bottom. It's a really nice shawl. I think my friend Linda bought it for someone for Christmas. And also it has a chart. So Judy, if you're interested, it has a chart, which is what I followed after I think you did your tutorials on how to read them. I think this was the first one I made using a chart. So yeah, really enjoyed it, can really recommend it, really nice. The yarn I used, I can't remember, sorry. It would have been acrylic. Next one, again, this was a really fun shawl as well to make. Again, finished it really quickly. It might be, what could it be? It could be, oh gosh, I can't remember. I want to say I did follow a chart for it, but I just cannot remember. I cannot for the life of me remember what chart it, what pattern it is. If you're really interested, I can have a look through and see if I can find it. But I just, for the life of me, I can't remember. And I really enjoyed it. So, and I don't know why I didn't make a mental note of what it was. But yeah, really nice shawl to make, really easy pattern. I just can't remember the name of it. Sorry. Next one. Now this one is the wrap we all did for Judy and Kathy Judy at Judy's Creations in Crochet and Kathy at Yarn with Heart. They did a collaboration on a make-along, and it was a, what do you call it, like a chevron, not chevron, yeah, like a chevron-y scarf pattern. Bear with. What was it called? I bet you're watching this video expecting inspiration and information from... You're not going to get it because I'm not organised. I'm not organised when it comes to my videos. I can't. I keep looking at it and I just can't remember. Judy or Kathy, if you're watching and anyone's interested, please let them know what this pattern was, because I cannot remember. Again, sorry. It was a really fun pattern, but I just can't remember. I do know, however, this is something I gifted to my auntie a couple of months before. My auntie has unfortunately passed away this February, and I think she I gave it to her in November. I can't remember when no, it was earlier in the year. Yeah, I think the make along was earlier in the year, because I remember she saw it and she said, "Oh, I really like it," and that was the time around when she was diagnosed with her condition, and unfortunately she has passed away this February. So it got gifted to her, and I'm not sure where it's got to since. I might have to ask my grandma. Have you nicked it? Bless her. She can use it. She can use it if she's got it. So yeah, I cannot remember the name of the pattern. Sorry. The next one, again, this doesn't have a name, but I do have the Pinterest chart for it, and it's a 5-sided double crochet shawl wrap. So it's a bit like it's not like a triangular shawl, because it's obviously got 5 sides to it, but what I did like about it is that it fell, when you put it on, it actually fell in front of you, so it stayed on a bit more than a triangular shawl would. I must admit, it wasn't my favourite patterns to make, because it was just double crochets, and as much as I do like a repetitive pattern, it was a bit boring. You know, once I got this far in, I thought, yeah, this is a bit naff. But I finished it. I used it, now I can never remember, it's either James C. Brett or Stylecraft Cabaret, the sparkly yarn, and the black yarn is Knitco Good Old Fashioned Glittery, which next month, or whenever my next video is, you will see a lot of, and I'll try and explain why when that video happens. But both are really good yarns. It was just a pattern. It wasn't it just wasn't very entertaining. It's here actually, so yeah, it just goes on and on and on of double crochets. Yeah, nothing else I can say about it really. I'll try and have it linked down below. Now the next one, these are, and you should see 2 pictures hopefully, these are fingerless mittens. I sort of used a video tutorial for it, and I sort of did not. I think I did for the stitch count for the chain, but nothing afterwards. I just really did what I did with granny stitches, and then I left, I think you leave 1 row the last couple of stitches off a row for the thumb hole. Yeah, and I just used hand-dyed yarn, which was really nice to use. Yeah, nothing glamorous, nothing complicated to it. I'm sure if you look for granny stitch fingerless mittens, you'll find loads of videos or patterns even for it. So yeah, it was nice and easy, little stash buster. And this might be the last one. This is I don't have glasses on, so I used contact lenses, and I actually had them in today, but I took them out and I put my glasses on. But the problem is with my glasses, they glare when I've got the camera on, so I decided to take them off. Yeah, great for the recording, but I can't really see behind where my phone is. So I'm looking at the screen and I'm thinking I can't see it clearly. Bear with. Right. It's a granny stitch cowl, and I used Jada in Stitches for the tutorial. No, I didn't, because that's not from Jada. That's the V-stitch cowl. Oh, I know what I used. Hold on. No, that's not even the same thing. Right. This might just be a granny stitch cowl. Any you can find. That's what I used, because I can't remember what pattern I used for it. Sorry, but yeah. And the yarn I used was this, the Hayfield Bonus Breeze Extra Value double knit. Yeah, so that's what I used for that one. I've still got 3 balls of that, I think, so plenty. So that's all the pictures I could find from 2025. I don't know how many projects I made in total. Unfortunately, I don't really keep a log of what I make. I should, shouldn't I? But I just don't. Once I finish a project, I just put it away. It's been done. So yeah, I don't really keep a log, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to. Just never do. So yeah, that's most of what I made in 2025. Now, what I'll do is I'll just show you things I finished and I could find since the last video up until now. I've got this shawl. It's a asymmetrical shawl, I think. It's called an asymmetrical, I believe it is. Really good pattern. It's called, I've got it all here. Just need to double check it's the right one. It is, no it's not. It is a good pattern, but it's not by the person I thought it was from. I don't think it is, at least, because I thought it was a Common Heffernan pattern, and I don't think it is. I will triple check, but I've got a chart for it. Sorry, apologies. I'll have to double check and leave it below. But it's basically, I mean, it's available for free, so I guess I can show it. But it's this chart. I'll have to double check what it is, because I can't remember. But yeah, really soft yarn. It's from Yarn Smiths, Lagoon DK, I think it was called. So really nice soft yarn. Then we have, now this one I know for sure. This is the Muted Tones Shawl by Three Loops on the Hook. Paid for pattern, and you get a chart with it. Again, asymmetrical shawl, and you get a nice edge on it. You don't have to do anything differently. You just, you know, make it, and I think you finish a couple of stitches before the end of the row, and that's how you get that edge. But yeah, really good pattern. Really, you can memorize it, but it still keeps you interested because you have to look out where you stop on each row. So yeah, highly recommended. Then I've got 2 cowls which I need to send to Judy for this month's submissions. This one I just hold on, where's the back of it? Where's the back? Oh yeah, right, okay. So there it is. On this one, I didn't use a pattern, I'm lying. What I did on this one is I did sort of a stitch sampling pattern. So I started with simple double crochets, half double crochets, single crochets, and then I did back loops only, window stitches, singles again. I did a front post through the whole row, and then somewhere I think I did, is it the lemon peel stitch, where you do a double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and then on the row backwards you do the opposite. I think I did that in this as well, but I just can't see it. I think it might be there somewhere. I can't see it, unfortunately, but I'm sure I did, because I kept looking at that stitch thinking, oh, that sounds interesting. But I think because it's multicolored yarn, ombre, this is ombre, I think it's just a bit hard to see. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Then we've got the Jada in Stitches V-neck, V-stitch cowl. Again, ombre-ish, I think. Yarn, I think this is also Cabaret, but I can't remember which brand. Whether it's James C. Brett or, what did I say before? James C. Brett or Stylecraft. It's one or the other. Yeah, nice yarn, nice cowl, enjoyed it. And then I do have a pattern for this one. This is a free download and it has a chart. It's the asymmetrical granny scarf by Crochet by Those Yellow Things. So it's on Ravelry, and I'm pretty sure if you just search for it, it should show up. I do love the granny stitch, I do, but for some reason on this shawl I really struggled making progress with it, and I'm not really sure whether it was the colour, the yarn, or what. I just really couldn't get going with it, so it took me a while to finish it, but I did eventually. Yeah, nothing wrong with the pattern, nothing wrong with the chart. It was just possibly the yarn itself. Maybe I didn't enjoy the colours as much. But yeah, so here's everything really have got so far this year. And the cowls have fallen down, so. But yeah, I've got these things so far. So yeah, I do have something I'm making at the minute, but because I started recording this video without putting things in place, it would take me ages to get it out, and I've got editing to do anyway, which I want to get done as soon as possible. I've got stuff to do today. So I don't really have anything else to show you, but I do have some information. On Sunday, the 17th of May, again I had to look up close at the monitor because I cannot see. My glasses are right here, but anyway, on Sunday the 17th of May, I'll be featured on Judy's channel for her monthly In Conversations with Judy segment, when we do a YouTube live on, like a YouTube live discussion on different things. I have my topic. It's going to be an interesting one that I think a lot of people can relate to. If the live notification is already on Judy's channel, I'll link it below, but I usually link Judy anyway because I mention her so often. I'll have her channel linked below. So if you're not a watcher from Judy, like most people pretty much are, if you're not from her channel, please do me a favour and Judy a favour and have a look on her channel, subscribe to her videos, because you'll learn so much from her. You know, she's definitely one of those people that I'm so glad I've come across through this crochet journey, because there's a lot of YouTube channels that you can watch, and you know, you see videos nearly every single day from them, but you don't really get education or new skills from those channels. Whereas with Judy, every single week, I'd say there's something that you take away from her video that you learn about or think, oh, I'll have a look into that. That sounds interesting. I'll see what that's about. And it's, you know, it's always, you do see something new from Judy every week. So yeah, do me and her a favour and please subscribe to her channel, have a look, and yeah, hopefully we shall see you on the live on Sunday the 17th. I don't know if there's going to be any more videos before that. We are planning, me and Luke, we're planning on going somewhere early May where you can buy yarn. Now, I'm not going to be going out with a camera, I don't think, recording, because that's just not my confidence. I don't have that, unfortunately. But whatever I do buy, I'll show you, because it's not exactly a yarn shop, it's something else. I don't want to give you too much information. I'll try and do that when I show you the yarn, do a bit of explanation and possibly link the video where I found out about this place from. So yeah, that's what's coming up. So my YouTube live with Judy, and possibly a bit of yarn shopping, and hopefully it's not a bit, it's a lot. You'll see, yeah. Just nothing else. Like I said, I've got the editing to do, so I shall leave you to it. I'll get gone and do the editing, get it uploaded, and crack on with the rest of my day. So hopefully you're all doing well, and if you watched me rambling for this long, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. If you'd like, please subscribe to the channel. It's nothing major. It's just for me to talk about my crocheting and my makes, sometimes other hobbies which I'll start showing hopefully. Yeah, really appreciate it. So look after yourselves, and hopefully I will see you on Sunday the 17th or on the next video, whenever that may be. Thanks very much guys, see you later.